There's a word that a lot of people don't like, but I find to be an amazing word that God can use in a very powerful, powerful way. It is the word accountability. And sometimes that accountability comes from the most unexpected source. So we see in our next verse in this deep dive Bible study. I can't believe it. We're now at Jonah chapter 1, verse 6. I only got one more verse to see if you guys are even interested in this. If you've not taken advantage of the free offer that I've given, maybe this is not of concern to you, but I got to tell you something. This is fun for me. I look at Jonah chapter 1, verse 6. We're now using the NIV. Last time we used the JPS. Before that, we used the NIV. Before that, we used the JPS. And the first verse, we used them both because they matched word for word. Here we go. The captain went to him and said, what else should I say? Come on, leave it alone, Keith. Now I have to open up my Hebrew Bible and I find something really cool. The captain is in Hebrew, the Rav HaChovel. Now, what is Rav HaChovel? So literally, I find out what is this word, the hachovel, come to find out that the word itself means these are like the line pullers, the rope pullers, the guys who pull the rope. So in other words, that's what he's being identified. The other ones were being identified as sailors, but he's the chief rope puller, okay? He's like the boss of the crew. He's the head honcho. So it says here that the head honcho, the boss of the crew, went to him. Who's him? Jonah. He went to him and said, "How can you sleep?" That's what it says in English. It's more of like a rhetorical question. He's saying, what are you doing? Like, how can you be in a deep sleep? Hey man, how you sleeping? What are you doing? Like literally, he's like, I can see, I get this image of you, because listen, now remember, I think he and Jonah had a deal. I think he and Jonah had a deal where Jonah said, listen, man, I need to get to Tarshish. I know that's where your ship is going. It can just be between you, and the captain probably says, hey, go down in my quarters, first level. And then when the storm comes, he goes down even deeper. And think about this. If you were on an airplane, okay, can you imagine this? You're on an airplane and the airplane goes into not only rough turbulence, we're in a full-fledged dive. What is the captain of the airplane going to do? Is he going to stay there and try to do this? Why is this guy looking for Jonah? You got to ask yourself the question. There's all these guys up there crying to their gods. They're throwing stuff overboard, and he's looking for Jonah. He ain't in the captain's quarters. Where is he? He goes all the way deep down. Then he's sleeping, not just regular sleep. Have you ever had to try to wake somebody up in a deep sleep? It's not easy. I can see him going like this with Jonah and say, hey man, what are you doing? And then he says this, get up. There's that word, kum. Remember the word kum? Rise, get up. Kara, which is to call. Remember the call earlier in our verses? The captain goes to him, he says, how can you sleep? Get up and call. Now I'm gonna make a statement here that's gonna probably get me in a lot of trouble. I believe this pagan captain, this head rope puller, knows a little bit more than the translations give him credit for. He tells Jonah, get up and call to your God. And what's interesting about it, let me just go here. He says, when he says call to your God, he uses the exact same phrase that we find when the creator of the universe says, Anohi Yehovah Eloheka, I am your singular God. He uses the same phrase, Eloheka, the same phrase that the creator of the universe uses. Now, I could stop right there and maybe make some conjecture, but it goes further. You see Exodus, go to Exodus, where the Ten Commandments, and you'll see this calling forth. The Father says, I am your God. I believe that this is intentional. Now, here's where this gets really, really interesting. And for those that are taking advantage of the Biblical Hebrew audio course that is free, you're going to get to be able to reap from this even more maybe than some others. It says this in English. Maybe, I can't believe the NIV does this. I got to stop. The NIV says, maybe he will take notice of us. Who's he? I mean, it's like one of the gods. I mean, who is he? Maybe he will take notice of us. Let's open up the Hebrew Bible. Let's slow down a little bit more. And of course, on the screen, you're going to get a chance to see what this chief rope puller said. He said, Ulai yitashit ha-Elohim lanu. Did you hear that? This is the first time where we see ha-Elohim. Literally what he's saying is this. Perhaps yitashit, singular, ha-Elohim, the God. Anytime in Hebrew where we have Elohim, which is sometimes can be plural, can sometimes mean judges, it can sometimes mean gods, little gods, but anytime we see ha-Elohim with a singular verb, every time, all the time, it's relating to the one true God. You've got the pagan rope puller coming to the prophet who's deep down in the hull of the ship, and out of his mouth, out of the mouth of the pagan, he says, look, man, we're in trouble. You know how you told me you were fleeing from God? Later in the verses, actually, Jonah confesses this. If you hang in there with us, we're going to find out that Jonah confesses that he told them what he was doing. This chief rope puller, he leaves the captain's chair in the middle of a storm because he's thinking, hey, listen, it ain't working with those guys up there on their little revival. Throwing stuff overboard is not helping. It's got to be that guy that I did that deal with. He's the one who told me he was running from the one true God. And what does he say? Perhaps ha-Elohim, the one true God, will do something that in the next section, I can't believe he says. Hang in there with us. Hey, folks, I found this when I actually taped the promo for this series. It's a shark tooth. We are taking territory, and we're going to do that with your help. We need you to like. We need you to comment. We need you to share. Embed it on your website if you'd like. Let's keep sending this message around the world about the deep dive Bible study into the book of Jonah. Folks, I have to tell you something. When I saw this phrase, and again, slowing down and taking a look at what's happening grammatically just makes the whole phrase jump off the page in the Hebrew Bible. The NIV says, maybe he will take notice of us. Okay, in the Hebrew, it says, perhaps this ha-Elohim, he will do something. And I want to do something this is going to push you just a little bit. It pushes me using different sources. The kinds of sources that I love to use are good grammars, good lexicons, especially when it comes to Hebrew words. And I hope I don't offend anybody with this, but you can't use the Hebrew Bible and an English Strong's dictionary to get meaning. The Strong's dictionary is a Strong's concordance is a concordance, which means it's letting you know where words are showing up. It's not giving you the lexical meaning of a word, and we have a lot of people that get confused. In fact, let me just slow down and tell you one of the reasons that I'm doing this whole series. I've been concerned over the last several years that people want to understand, and I really do believe that their hearts are good, that they want to understand, but there's a lot of misinterpretation that takes place, and a lot of it is just because of bad information or using the wrong tool. We've had people that will go to the Strong's Concordance and say, we found this word, and then they can say the word and then give meaning to it, which has nothing actually to do with what the text says. Now, here's what we're doing in this series is we're giving you a chance to interact with the language, history, and context of the Hebrew Bible. We're giving you a chance to be able to interact with some of the tools. What I love about the Biblical Hebrew audio course is that you learn to use the tools, and as you learn to use the tools, you have access to information yourself. So one of the things that I like to do is if I get to a word where I really am finding that it's an important word, I love to go to Brown Driver Briggs is one example of a lexicon, or if it's a grammatical issue, I'll go to Gesenius, which is one of the best grammatical sources that we can go to. But when we get to this word, yitashet, I want to give you just a little bit of information that would possibly will help you if you want to look at what the word might mean. It's just a thought, a glance, maybe in his business of the day, he will pause is the idea. He'll give us a thought or compare. May Yehovah give a thought to me. You are my help and my rescuer, Psalms 40:18. The Hebrew verb yitashet occurs only here, but its meaning can be inferred from the related nouns ishtanot. On that day, his plans come to nothing. And the idea is sometimes you have a verb that's not used anywhere else, but you can also look at what its meaning is as a noun and infer some things. This is one of these things that I've actually done in my life that has been quite, I would say, important for me. Sometimes I will pray this prayer. I'll say, Father, and this is before I came to this. Now, see this, I'm like, wow. Here's the chief rope puller saying, hey, maybe Ha Elohim, he will glance at us. Maybe he'll give a thought to us. Maybe in his busyness of the day, throwing storms at us, maybe he'll think about us. And sometimes I'll pray a prayer like that. I'll say, Father, if you have some time, maybe you'll just throw a glance. Think about me just a little bit. And I tell you what, as we're doing this right now, this is an example where I literally feel like he threw Hatil a glance, because here I'm sitting in this place. And again, I don't mind saying it. I believe the production group, the best production company, definitely in Charlotte, probably in North Carolina, most certainly, probably, possibly the East Coast, maybe the country. But for me, it's as if the Father cast his grace, and the response was, here, I'm here, and now I'm teaching you about a pagan who's been touched by a prophet, maybe not intentionally, but because of God's goodness and his grace, he says, Israel will be a light to the nations, even when they try to run from me. So here you got the prophet trying to run, and all of a sudden evangelism is taking place. Here's the pagan saying, hey man, you got to wake up. Everybody up on the deck, they're crying out to gods, and those gods ain't responding, but you talked about a one true God. Do you think maybe he could turn his thought towards us, throw us a glance, give us a moment, think about us? And what would happen if he did this? It says, and then we will not perish. Velo noved. If he decides to give us grace, we don't have to perish. Sometimes saying nothing says everything. The captain has put 2 and 2 together here. There's only one who can save the crew, and that is Ha Elohim. Lost in translation time, folks. Can we have some lost in translation time? I want to go to the Keith Johnson version and just take a moment to share this verse. Here's what I say in Jonah chapter 1, verse 6. Then the boss of the crew, because that's who he was, approached him and said, what is with you in a deep sleep? Get up! Exclamation mark. Call to your God. Perhaps the one true God will think about us, and we will not perish. I probably could go even further. I don't know if Dr. Moster would allow it. He's my accountability. He's the one that helps me to sharpen my sword of translation. I think I could have even gone further. I could have said, perhaps the one true God will think about us, will glance toward us, will give us some of his busyness of the day while he's throwing storms. I mean, literally what I'm trying to do is to help you to understand here, folks. This Hebrew Bible is crying out with a message. And the message is that, and I think the NIV missed it. They missed it. He says, How can you be sleeping up, call upon you? Perhaps the God will be kind to us and we will not perish. No, he says that perhaps he will be kind. But what we find in Keith Johnson version, perhaps the one true God will do what he does best. We have been working behind the scenes with the best producer you can imagine. Our producer has been working to make this as understandable as possible with the graphics and all of that, but we need you to participate with us. Like, comment, share, subscribe, push the bell icon, and let's keep studying in the Deep Dive Bible Study into the book of Jonah. I want to thank you for hanging in there with us. I haven't taken a lot of time to tell you a lot about me. Maybe this is your first time having any exposure to this bald-headed guy down in the depths of an office in the ocean, having called Woober, the whale that brought me down here. I'm here with you all. Maybe you haven't got a chance to hear much about me. I want to share a little testimony with you, but I want to ask a question first of all, and the question is simple. How far do you believe that your God will intervene in your life's circumstances? In other words, do you have a relationship with him that's like, well, maybe by chance this might happen or that might happen, or maybe by chance he might glance every once in a while and I get a little, do you know that this God that we are in relationship with, the idea is to have true encounter. And when I say encounter, this is why I sort of get in trouble. I used to be a United Methodist pastor. As a result of the last year and a half or so, I actually left the United Methodist Church because I am not interested in religion. I don't like religion. What I like is a relationship that we can have with the creator of the universe. When I'm studying my Bible, sometimes I have to get up and walk. I just think, how amazing. Who is this God? And he's big and he's amazing. And Bereshit bara Elohim, he created the whole earth, and yet he's down in the hull of a ship with a pagan who's being evangelized by a prophet who's running. Who is this God? And I'll tell you for myself, I have experienced him in ways that I just want to give you one example from me. In 2002, I was minding my own business. I used to be a part of a ministry with athletes, and these athletes that I would serve, they were NBA athletes, NFL athletes. They were the best of the best for what they did. And the Father began to prompt me. He began to mold me. Dare I say, he manifested to me that I was to do something different. And I have to be honest with you, I wouldn't have been unlike Jonah in that situation. I had a good gig. I think Jonah was kind of like, he had a pretty good gig. I mean, he was a popular prophet. He had prophesied the expansion of the land. I mean, he probably had a nice place. He's sitting down, and yet when the word of Yehovah came, Jonah decided to go the opposite way. For me, just for me, when I knew that he was calling me to a deeper understanding of his word, my response was one that even the people around me, they were shocked. Well, what do you mean you're going to walk away from a ministry like this where you've got the best of the NFL, the NBA, you're in the Olympic chaplain, and you're in Australia with the NBA basketball team, and you're doing all of those things in comparison to having a revelation from the creator of the universe. None of that mattered. And I wonder for Jonah, like, was it so important that he had to have his own agenda when the creator of the universe manifests to him? For me, it changed everything. In fact, you are right now reaping the benefits of my yes. My yes took place in the land of Israel, where he took me down deep under the old city of Jerusalem, and I saw, which would have been like a huge, huge stone. They say it's the largest stone that's under there, and I think they say 600 metric tons, some crazy amount, larger than a school bus. And as I was looking at that stone, that's where he gave me the vision for Biblical Foundations Academy. He says, what would it be like if people had a biblical foundation that was like that stone? And so everything that we do at BFA, inspiring people around the world to build a biblical foundation for their faith. And I don't think there's a time in my life that it's needed more than now. I am getting older, as you can see, and I don't think there's been a time in my life, my short life, where I think there's been any more important time than now that the people of God be the ones that lead, that the people of God be the ones that share, that the people of God show what it means to pray, that the people of God are the ones who are willing to sacrifice, that the people of God are going to be the ones that are obedient, that the people of God will respond to his word when it comes. For me, there is no choice. Sometimes they call me a zealot. Okay, I'll be a zealot. I'd rather be a zealot in obedience than to be prosperous in disobedience. I am not going to flee. I'm not going to fight where there's not a fight. But when the Father calls me to pray, I'm going to pray. I'm going to believe. I'm going to trust. I'm going to testify who he is, who he was, and who he can be, will be, shall be in our lives. You all, we have one more verse. I'm hoping you're going to hang in there with us for one more verse. I hope you take advantage of everything that we have. After that verse, we'll evaluate and see, are there any Jonahs that want to go the other way, or are there some Keiths that are saying yes and amen?
Visit BFAinternational.com today and join our online academy for free. You'll get immediate access to start watching all of Keith Johnson's latest programs, including the Time Will Tell series, Rediscovering God's Clock from Israel and Beyond, the Now is the Time miniseries, based in New York City and Washington, D.C., The Road to Reformation, a 10-step study for biblical reformation, the Open Door series, 18 hours of exciting teaching from a national speaking tour, His Hallowed Name, a series on God's name that was banned from TV. Also, hear directly from Keith Johnson through weekly personal blog updates. Why delay? Visit BFAinternational.com right now. Then click the Enter the Academy button. Visit us today.
Our Father in heaven loves you. Our Father in heaven loves you so much, he will intervene in your life. He will use you. He will mold you. He will shape you. He will prod you. He will push you because he has your best interests in mind. I'll tell you something. In the end, all things work together. Can you imagine? Here you got this guy who's minding his own business. I'm sure Jonah's just minding his own business. You know, he's a prophet. He's up in the area of the Galilee, it's our understanding. You know, he's from the tribe, I believe, of Zebulun. Everything is going fine. And then the manifestation comes. And when the manifestation comes, I mean, it is a big one. It is huge. I had mentioned earlier, what if Jonah knew what was in terms of the past battles and knew what was coming because he was a prophet? Maybe he was in the counsel of God and he heard, maybe the Father even shared with him, here's what's coming. But in the middle of that, Jonah kind of took it into his own hands. He said, you know, I know better. Think about that for a second. The creator of the universe used him in the past, and now he says, I know better. I'll take it from here, God. I'll be the one. And now, as a result, you got people crying up on the top. The captain's leaving his ship, leaving the area of his ship, coming down to get him. But in the end, all of it is working together. All of it is going to work together. Now, we have one more verse that we're going to look at for this pilot series. And literally, we're going to find out what the response is of people. Is this something that you're interested in? Does it matter that we make these things available? Do you even care about the book of Jonah? Or maybe you're still stuck frozen from circumstance. I hope not. I hope you'll take advantage of everything we have. Information, inspiration, revelation. We're giving you language, history, and context. You're getting pronunciation, explanation, translation, and application. It's all available to you. I hope you'll be back with us for the next verse.